have social services. Social services are here for a reason, because the people of the city of Chicago need them. Our responsibility is to take care of the weak, afflicted, disoriented. We cannot avoid that responsibility. It's ours. I don't believe in more fines, fees, and assessments. I don't think that you can fine and fee your way and tax your way out of the problems that the city of Chicago has. We have a spending problem. We have structural problems. For example, the city of Chicago has a debt service that is $900 million in 2015. Debt service, what does that mean? That's the interest that we have to pay the bankers on the money that we have borrowed for revenue bonds, municipal bonds, and general obligation bonds. So what do I propose? I propose that we transition Chicago from a debt-to-fund services revenue and expenditure system into a pay-as-you-go revenue and expenditure system. Right now, we're doing the equivalent of paying our bills using a credit card. I want to get to the point where we're paying our bills using a debit card with money in the bank. How do we get there? The first thing we do is we take $1.7 billion from that slush fund that's called a tip fund that's sitting idle, doing absolutely nothing, and we pay down the debt. We then involve more people in the equation in the bidding process. And through that process, and I'll talk about that later in this discussion, but trust me, through that process, the city's going to save $500 million because you're going to have more people bidding. One person will say, I'll do it for $100,000. The next person says, I'll do it for $99,000. The next person says, I'll do it for $98,000. Sold to the lowest, most responsive bidder. So we'll use that $500 million that the city saves to help pay down the debt. And then finally, through cost-saving measures that we've identified extensively, we'll save another $600 million. We'll pay into that fund. Over a period of 6 years, we can get to the point where we have in reserve $8.99 billion. So now Chicago is able to fund this on. The only people that would be mad would be the bankers who don't get that $900 million a year. So we have $8.9 billion excuse me, in our budget. But we only get to spend $8 billion because $900 million goes to the bankers. We have to change the way we think, unthink our economics. We can't simply rely on more fines, fees, and assessments.
Dr. Walsh, please. Dr. West. Here would be my solution.